As we take a look at the roadways on this Monday, August 26th, we're looking a little bit busy as we're already getting into holiday weekend mode, even though we've got a few days to go on that. Look for some slowdowns at the 407 entrance, pretty much about the usual thing we'd have on a Monday morning. Still folks in the work commute mode, and a couple of closures to remind you about, and some resurfacing going on the spur. That's going to be busy, and we've got some lane resurfacing going on Monday through Thursday. Look for a lane to be closed each direction at times. Monday through Thursday, they'll have that done by the weekend, or at least done for the time being. Bruce Street and Court Avenue downtown Sevierville, they're working on a beautiful streetscape project, which you can't wait to see. But they'll have some closures down there, but you still can get there to the courthouse or any place you need to be. Courthouse Donuts, of course, and Ridge Roads and Teaster Lanes, some resurfacing and delays there. National Park Trail closure includes Trillium Gap Trail, no access to Grotto Falls through about November 15th on that one. Now let's see what's going on with Kira and Savannah, and this is Morning in the Mountains, and this is Mountain Fun Life.
Good morning, it's Kira and Savannah with Morning in the Mountains, and we are in the Vista Garden Walk at Anakeesta in the heart of downtown Gatlinburg. And we're here with Erica, who's going to tell us a little bit about this area.
Sure, so we're in the Vista Garden area, actually the newly expanded part of it. We opened it last summer, but then Memorial Weekend we decided to double its size. And a fun fact about it, it's really part of our reforestation project since the fires in Gatlinburg in 2016. This area was essentially a bald, and so since then we've replanted thousands of new trees, flowers, shrubs, and just really taken it upon ourselves to revitalize the side of our mountain and provide a fun, interactive area for our guests to enjoy. We have our Bear Venture Challenge play area, we have our Twigloo structures, and our new Overlook Pavilion area, so it's a really fun place to come and just enjoy 360 views of the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, it's so beautiful up here. Like, we are just standing at the small portion of it. Actually, behind us there is so much more to look at. All the mountains, the beautiful garden, and there goes a butterfly right now. It is so pretty up here. Thank you so much for taking us here. Once again, we are at Anakeesta, and we hope to see you guys here soon. Bye.
It'll work out, man. I can't get in their way.
You're watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy here with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. We are ready to start another week of excitement in and around the Smoky Mountains. Brad, what do you got for us?
Well, what would a week in the Smoky Mountains be without the announcement of another new attraction?
Yes.
Hey. And here's a new one. It's going to be called Mountain Monster. Now, the Mountain Monster will feature 3 rides from a 200-foot tower which overlooks the Smoky Mountains, and the Mountain Monster will be designed, built, and operated by Stan Checketts, a nationally renowned attractions veteran. Now, from their website, the Mountain Monster combines 3 distinct thrill rides into one amazing experience. And are you willing to conquer the Mountain Monster, tame the monster lunch, and face the monster fall? That's what you can do there. And the Mountain Mile is the location, and it's at the old Belk Outlets. And they just had their preview party over the weekend. Be sure to stay tuned to Mountain Fun Life for even more details.
Well, all right, so it's a coaster. That's what I'm getting, right?
Right.
Okay. There's a lot of monster in there. I heard a lot of monster. And a lot of mountain.
Monster, mountains, mountain monster.
All right, cool. I love when I hear things for the very first time on the show. This is great. That means we're actually providing information.
Somehow I feel like one of us is going to be on the front of that roller coaster.
We all think that one of you is going to be on the...
It will not be.
We're all fairly confident.
It always seems to come back to me if someone's life's in danger, it's going to be usually mine.
I think so, yes.
We're all like, I'll ride the roller coaster that my 5-year-old grandson can also ride. I'm fine with that one. That's just my speed.
My speed.
All right.
And another thing happening this week, it's Fair Week.
Yes.
Sevier County Fair. That starts tomorrow.
So it's Fair Eve?
Fair Eve, exactly is what it is. And tomorrow, gates open at 5.
Okay.
And that goes all the way through Labor Day. We'll have checker playoffs right away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checkers, like red and black, king
right,
me.
Yes. And that's probably about my speed. So.
Well, maybe you could go represent us.
We'll see.
Take home the trophy, and we'll put it right here on the desk.
That sounds like
I've already
a plan.
decided that you're going to win.
Okay. We'll see. Online checkers gets to be really, intense, though.
Seriously?
Yes.
Huh.
That you can play online checkers with just complete
Did not know
strangers.
that. I do online crossword puzzles, so it makes total sense that there would be online checkers.
Sure. Yes, I've seen the crossword puzzle app, actually, or a site. And, well, Cow Buddies competition, the cattle tent. I'm not sure quite what that is. Beef showmanship. And
I know what beef showmanship is.
Right.
In this context, they're talking about actual cattle.
Yes.
That you would prize, it's an agricultural fair, right?
Sure.
So that one I get.
Yes.
Have you ever competed in an agricultural contest?
No, I've never competed. I have been to those and watched, and they're interesting.
Because you went down more the divinity path as opposed to the
Yes.
farming path.
Yes.
So, have you ever competed in a divinity competition at the fair?
No, I'm not.
All right.
That would be interesting, though.
What else we got besides beef? What was before beef showmanship?
We have the Fairest of the Fair pageant.
Oh, yes, the loveliest.
Yes.
Will
And
you be in that this year?
I do the Carnes Fairest of the Fair out west.
Oh, yes.
I'm in that one as the MC, but then the winner of the Sevier County Fair, as well as the winner of the one that I emceed, will both go to Knoxville in September to compete in the Tennessee Valley Fairest of the Fair. This are all feeder beauty pageants to get to the main one in Knoxville.
Oh.
I see.
Yeah.
They'll also have a bubblegum blowing contest. We can't miss that.
That doesn't sound
got all
dangerous.
those-
I'm going to get
That
you
doesn't
guys.
sound dangerous.
We are eliminated from that due to facial hair. You guys have to represent Mountain Fun Life and the bubblegum blowing.
I think Brad. I nominate Brad.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see what the schedule looks like. Anyway, it sounds like a really great time at the fair. And that's going to be going on all week long, starting tomorrow night. So mark
Excellent.
that on your calendar, set a notification so you're there at the opening.
All right. Very cool.
And we have even more fun in the Smoky Mountains.
We always do when we're in and around the Smokies. I met some families recently as we do all of our jobs around who are looking for a discount on tickets to Anakeesta. And I said, you know what? We have those. We've got Anakeesta tickets on discount. Thankfully, I had the phone number memorized because I worked here long enough now. It's 865-978-1152. Give us a call at that number, and our concierges will get you set up with whatever it is you want to do. If you want the excitement of an Anakeesta, fantastic. You want to sit down and relax and see our friend Travis do his Conway Twitty tribute show, sit down and relax. We got that for you. Whatever end of the spectrum you are, from exciting to bubblegum to checkers, we have it for you. Call 865-978-1152. We will be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming up on Mountain Fun Life. And one of the great things we can offer you on Mountain Fun Life is discounts on tickets to some of the fantastic attractions that are all throughout the Smoky Mountains and East Tennessee. Well, all you have to do is give a call to Mountain Fun Life's best deals at 865-978-1152, 865-978-1152, and save money when you and your family are visiting the Smokies. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy, and today we are talking about art of the most interesting variety. This is Heather Wolfe, who's an artist who paints dogs and paints weddings predominantly.
Yes, it is both two happy things.
Exactly. All right, so you realized at some point that people love their pets and they would want a picture.
Yeah, I'm kind of going after people in their weakest parts, which is they love their dogs and then
Right.
they love their weddings.
So if you have a dog and you wanted to have Heather paint it, you do it in a different way.
Yeah.
It's not standard, just I'm going to draw a picture of your pet. How do you draw your pet?
Right, so my pet portraits are a little different than the painting that's behind us today. It is a collage mixed media, so it's handmade papers from all over the world that I use paint on top of it to kind of blend and transition. So it's a mixed media collage, and it's a replica of their pet based off of a photo.
When I bring you my pet, how do you decide what kind of texture to use for a Siberian Husky versus an English Bulldog versus a Chihuahua?
Right, that's a great question. So I have hundreds of papers, and I kind of look like a hoarder when you get into my studio because it's I go after the texture, the color, and I want it to actually look like the feel of the pet's fur.
So it doesn't actually feel like the pet,
Some of it's three-dimensional, some of it's textured.
but
so
it looks like the feel.
Some of it actually feels like the feel. So
Oh
I
my
have
gosh.
faux furs. PETA, don't come after me. Faux furs. I don't use the real deal, but some of it could be fuzzy, and then some of it's just textured. There's a difference between an implied texture and an actual texture.
Yeah.
So something can them look like a texture with a pattern.
Sure.
I love that. But then some things actually are embossed with a three-dimensional texture. If you ran your fingers across the top of the surface, you'd feel
I think that's the ones that you've shown me.
Yeah.
All right, now you also went to the biggest dog show.
Yes, the Westminster Dog Show in New York City. So 7 years ago, I started doing my pet portraits. And then 2016, somebody said, hey, you should look into the Westminster.
Yeah.
And it was a juried exhibition. Like, you had to submit your portfolio and then get approved, and only like 20-something vendors were allowed to come. This is Valentine's week in New York City. This is the largest dog show of the year.
And you got in.
And I got in.
Nice.
And so it went from being part-time, local, regional, just friends and family, to
big time.
I sold out my calendar for the entire year and a 3-day weekend.
Just on pets.
Just on pets, specifically dogs. Because you go to a dog show, where you usually market, you usually get
my
more
tortoise would not be a candidate.
So when you're at the dog shows, and if you have like a Labradoodle, that's like a no-no. So you have to say, I'm a good girl, I rescued this dog. And then you get the, oh, good. Bless you.
Yeah, everything's AKC.
Everything
purebred with lineage, who's the sire, who's the dam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what's crazy about that is that, they spend $200,000 on these dogs a year just for boarding, training, handling, all the show entries. And they don't make a penny back. When you win these shows, like Westminster, you don't win anything. You get a cool ribbon, which is huge, and you get this giant statue, which is huge, but no money.
Really? Not even on they put the winners of the horse races out to stud. They would do that with the dog.
That's what it is. It's their studding.
All right.
So that's where you make your money back. Because if, I had the honor to do CJ. He was the German short-hair pointer from 2016 Best in Show. He is going to make his money back from his studying.
But they don't all do.
Well, once you get to that caliber of you're showing and you're winning, your dog is going to stud for so much more.
Right. We're talking to Heather Wolfe. I just had an idea. You've got these dogs who are going to make money, doing what dogs do. You could have dog weddings. And, and paint those, because the other thing you do that is absolutely fascinating to me, and I love this because of the high pressure involved, is you go to an event, mostly a wedding, the most important day of someone's life, and you're there with a blank canvas, and like the courtroom artist of weddings, you capture that image. And it also occurred to me as I'm looking behind me at this picture that so many of my photographer friends, I've got a lot of wedding photographer friends, and they are furious about cell phone cameras and social media and people getting in the way of the shot and jumping down the aisle of the wedding. And it occurred to me that it doesn't matter for you because you just pretend they're not there and don't paint them.
That's right. That's one of the cool things about being a painter versus if I was capturing something like with a camera. What's there is going to be captured with the camera. But with the painting, I can eliminate and add and rearrange. I just had a wedding the other day, and the way that the terraces were laid out, you couldn't see everything. Like a photograph could not capture the entire grounds, the venue. But me, I was like, well, I'm just going to take this bit of this piece. I'm going to stick it over here in the left corner. I'm going to take this part. And so the cake all of a sudden is in the picture. And then I switched out some chairs and rearranged some flowers because just the angle that I was sitting at, I didn't see that in real life. So it's like you're creating your reality.
But if you go back into art history, didn't some of the old masters in the olden days, I mean, I'm talking the olden days, like the 1000s and the 1200s and the 1400s, weren't they painting events and capturing events, but in a way that they had to maybe add in somebody who was late or had died?
Because the paintings took so long and they died. No, that's totally true.
You paint a family tree and such.
No, that's totally true. I feel like it's a new concept to us. Like, you go on site and you paint live weddings. I've never heard of that. And then when you go back into history, that's how moments were captured because film wasn't available, and this has been around for ages, but we just don't use it this way.
I've looked at your website, and you've given me some postcards and things, and I've shared them with other artists, family, and friends who are fascinated by this. They love it. When you're painting a wedding or an event, it doesn't have to be a wedding. I mean, you could do a charity auction, for example, which I want to hook you up with. But Is your detail varied depending on how you feel? Are some of them more precise with facial recognition or facial features?
Yeah. So when I'm on site, I will get on site a little early and I'll paint in the background because I want the guests to arrive.
What do you mean when you say paint in the background?
Yeah,
You don't
that's a
mean that you're standing in the background. You mean you're going to put the background.
So like in this image behind us, I would have been painting in the grass, the sky, and the trees because the guests haven't
So
arrived
you add those
yet.
to the canvas.
Yes.
Okay.
So when the guests get there, they're not like, this is totally blank, and I want them to have somewhat of an idea of what's going on.
Yeah.
And then as the night's evolving, I'm adding in all these details, and they're like, I was sitting next to this person, when are you going to paint me in? And then so it's like this interactive thing, and they're like,
cool.
and I even let them, this is a lot of fun, and later throughout the night, I'm a little less hesitant because people are sipping wine, but I can give them a loaded brush with the color, and then I say, put the brush mark right here, so it's interactive with the guests.
Oh,
and
no
they get to
kidding.
be a part of it too, but refined details like facial features, what you were just asking about, that's something that I do in the studio once I get back.
Because not everybody wants that.
That's
like the one
correct.
behind us, it looks kind of like a, what would you call that? Like a Monet or one of those guys,
Yes,
impressionist. Okay.
Yes, which that's my favorite style. That's, I think, the most, the style that I'm most drawn to, but also it's very easy because it looks, I use the word painterly.
So
it
take
doesn't
that,
look
Monet.
like- well, Monet
yours
is
is
the
the
impressionist.
yours is the easiest. Which one, Manet? Which one is it?
Monet and Manet, they're two different guys, but they have very similar names.
Okay, which is which?
Well,
Which
they're
is the
both
one who paints like
impressionists.
that?
They both are.
Okay.
I mean, that's like two people, the same style, very similar names, just a letter different. They fought all the time.
Well, there's a lot more we can learn about Heather Wolfe Art, and I follow you on Facebook, which is called that, right? Heather Wolfe Art.
Yes.
Wolf with an E.
Yes.
So what else is the best way to find you?
I also have an Instagram account, and then my website, heatherwolfeart.com. And then also my contacts are on there through email, and you can reach out to me.
Wonderful, but your calendar's pretty full, so you got to plan ahead.
Yes, it is. It is filling up. I'm already 5 into the next year, which you can't believe how many people plan so far. I had a 3-week engagement. I'm like, let's just get married. But there's some people that literally will take a couple of years.
Oh, yeah.
Because they want it to be that Pinterest perfect wedding, and it takes a lot of time. But there are some dates. It's our football season that makes our weekends in the
Yes.
fall. I mean, the people are fighting over.
If you're a
the
Vols
weekends.
fan, you should commission Heather to go paint you in your seats at Neyland Stadium.
With your
Yeah.
cheering pom poms. Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
It would
Do you
be.
prefer to work from a photograph or from a live
So
scenario?
that's a great question. I'm able to do both.
Okay.
It is a little bit more budget friendly if you want me to paint from your photo. And
Right.
if that moment has come and gone, I'm already married, or I wish I knew about this when, I can paint from your photo. But then
Okay.
also I've loved to paint from the live event. So either way,
Lovely.
you can do both.
Well, thank you, Heather Wolfe. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having me.
your being here. It's a
Yes.
pleasure to get to know you and learn more about your art. And you can find out more at heatherwolfeart.com. I'm Frank Murphy. This is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. We'll be back with more right after this.
Parrot Mountain. This attraction has it all, whether you're 2 years old or 90 years young, with hundreds of beautiful tropical birds and thousands of flowers, plants, and trees. Folks who visited our park have said, I've never seen this many birds in one place. This must be what the Garden of Eden was like, the most beautiful and peaceful place I have ever been. These gardens rival the best value in the Smokies. You'll want to visit Parrot Mountain and Gardens. Call or visit us online. We'll see you there.
Happy Monday from the Great Smoky Mountains, and if you're heading here for vacation, you found just the right place for some nice weather with a chance of showers or thunderstorms off and on throughout the entire Labor Day weekend. But it's going to be a great weekend and week to be at the fair. That starts tomorrow, Sevier County Fair, and also look for a good week to spend some time rafting in Hartford at one of the many rafting locations there, and also there's tubing in Townsend, and last weekend or week to go to Splash Country and enjoy a cabana rental and pre-select your food as well, that picnic lunch. And great week for Dollywood and pretty much anything you want to do. And if you need to stay cool, of course, just stop in one of the theaters, one of the great shows we have here in the Smoky Mountains as well. But look for temperatures in the high 80s once again this week with a chance of thunderstorms and lows in the upper 60s. And that's your look at the forecast. I'm Brad Lovett, and this is Morning in the Mountains.
Hi again. I'm Rusty Junior Forest Ranger, and it's good to be here in the Smokies with you. I know some of you have packed up and come here just to visit and see the trails and Dollywood and all kinds of things that the Smoky Mountains have to offer. I have a friend here, Robert Ownby. Hey, Robert.
Hi, Rusty. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too.
I hear you're packing up something too in your music, right?
Yes, you know, sometimes when we think of packing, we think of clothes and shoes and shirts and maybe even food stuff. But sometimes you have to pack up other things that might be bothering you or bugging you. Of
like
course,
what?
Being out in the woods, you probably don't need bugged that much. But anyway, I love to come out in the woods and you pack up worries and things that kind of make you feel uneasy. Sometimes you have to pack those up, symbolically speaking.
Oh.
Yes, and that's what this song is about, is packing up your worries and symbolically casting them away and not being so bothered about everything and having faith and hope and love.
Ah.
Yes.
Would you sing it for us?
I sure will. I made some little notes here. I love to come out here and write down little notes. And these are some that I just made up about packing up your worries. So I'll do this one for you. I'm going to pack up my worries and toss them in the deep blue sea. I'm going to catch a ray of sunshine and let it shine down on me. I'm going to search for a rainbow after the rain is gone. I'm going to have a little faith that on the other side of trouble, my worries will all be gone.
Oh, I like that.
Thank you.
It's kind of hard to worry out here in the Smokies. It's so beautiful, huh?
Yes, and your time is so occupied with looking at all the beauty and the things to do in the Smoky Mountains.
Yes.
Anyway, we want everyone to have fun when they come to the Smokies, and so if you want to come and visit us, who knows, maybe you can come by and visit with us. Thank you very much for joining today.
Bye-bye. See you soon.
How do we turn moments into memories? Those moments where the right people are right beside you. And the anticipation of reaching the top makes you feel like a kid again. Where the only arguments are who goes first. And trying something new never gets old. Visit us at Anakeesta, where there's magic in the mountains.
It is Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here with Robert Ownby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett, talking about all the things you can see and do in the Smoky Mountains and all the latest updates as well from Brad.
And with all the growth we've had in Sevier County, affordable housing for employees that we need has fallen behind. Now, there's a story in the Mountain Press that Sevierville Development Director Dustin Smith is telling us that was something that will soon change. And with the surge in affordable housing, 1,800 new housing units could be added to the city soon, and that'll be a welcome development in the area because a lot of people driving long distances to work here. We do keep building, and folks who work here do need a place to live.
Yeah.
And that even before the wildfire, that has been a bit of a problem.
A lot of the people who were displaced by the wildfire were the service industry workers.
That's true.
You know, I know a couple of the performers myself who got money from Dolly Parton because they lost their homes.
Right, and that is definitely true. Now, there's an organization that wants to build a greenway in Gatlinburg. They got some help from a land donation. That donation came from Corey Cottingham, who's the co-owner of the Old Smoky Moonshine. He's donating some land he owns that runs along Glades Road. And we have a new attraction in the Smoky Mountains coming soon. It's going to be called the Mountain Monster, and that's going to be at the Mountain Mile, just down the parkway at the old Belk Outlets.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to learning more about that. In fact, there was a sneak preview last week.
Just for my personal taste, I love it when they take an empty place and build something new there instead of leaving it empty and then digging up grass to build a new thing.
Right.
You know, because I hate it when you drive by. It makes me sad. I don't know why. I get sad driving past an empty storefront or an empty theater. I'm like, somebody got to put a show in there.
Yes.
So now that's what they're doing. I like that.
In fact, I saw a new restaurant. Looks like they're now hiring back at over where the Inn at Christmas Place and the Christmas store is.
Oh, yeah.
And so I just drove by that the other morning.
Excellent. I drove by you driving by that this morning.
Probably. That little
twice.
Little
I don't know how I passed you twice on the Parkway this morning, but I did.
My car is just so easy to see, that little boxy go-kart thing I drive.
Well, you had on a bright red shirt this morning, too, so
right,
I knew it was you.
it just had to be. And, of course, it's Fair Week tomorrow night. Be there. It's a Sevier County Fair at the fairgrounds, of course, and lots of great activities going on there, so we can't wait to spend some time there and maybe play checkers. I heard there's an open mic night sometime this week.
And this is for mostly singers, right?
Singers, maybe comedians.
I'm a maybe comedian.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
may be something I'm not sure.
You are a true comedian.
I'm never been convicted. I'm accused, but never been convicted. But the also, and speaking of talent at the Sevier County Fair, their youth talent competition, which I judged one year, several years back, the winner of that then advances to the Tennessee Valley Fair, and I'm emceeing the regional youth talent competition, which will be the winner from Sevier County and the winner from Anderson County, and so on and so on. And that is a great show on Saturday, September 14th. So you get to see them first in Sevier County. And I'm not saying that the Sevier County performers are better than all the other counties, because I can't say that officially. But let's just say I've done this show a couple years in a row, and you know that folks in Sevier County have the music in them.
I love the new talent, the upcoming talent, some that maybe that I haven't heard before. I love going to the events like that just to see what's new, what they sound like, and what kind of qualities they have.
Oh, good. Well, so there'll be a talent show at Sevier County Fair, and then the winners of that go on. So I hope to see you at that event as well.
And you never know who's going to eventually wind up on The Voice or American Idol, something like that. In this area, we have a lot of folks here who do that.
Good point. Good point. Well, we always have lots of fun things to do, and many of those talented young performers then go on to find careers in and around the Smoky Mountains, performing at all the different shows. And we can help you go see those shows at a discount when you call us at our Mountain Fun Life Best Deals, 865-978-1152. 865-978-1152. We do it by a phone service, because that way, instead of trying to click around the website, which is fine if you want to do that, we have people who will help you and ask you questions about what do you prefer. And they'll help you find things that you may not have discovered before, plus all the big hit attractions that you want to go see. So give us a call, and we'll help you get a discount on your Smokies vacation. Fall colors right around the corner. We'll be back with more of Morning in the Mountains coming up on the Mountain Fun Life channel. You're watching Morning in the Mountains on Mountain Fun Life. It's time to take a look at sports. You were looking at sports.
I was reading about sports right here.
Here's Jim Johnson.
In the Tennessee Smokies.
You're supposed to give us information.
You caught me off guard there, Frank.
All
but
right.
It's Tennessee Smokies baseball time here in the Smoky Mountains.
Getting down to the end.
It is getting down to the end. It's tonight and tomorrow night are the last two games of the regular season here in the Smoky Mountains.
Then they finish out the season on the road.
They do. They do.
Right.
They finish it out on the road away from here. But we wish we could have them here. Maybe next year they'll be.
That's how it works.
Yeah,
usually.
they trade off a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But speaking of great things, we've got the Dollar Dog Night tonight at
Dollar
Smoky Stadium.
Dogs.
It's the last one. If you've used to been eating Dollar Dogs at Dollar Dog Night tonight, Monday night is the last day to do that.
You could consider it pre-gaming for the Sevier County Fair, which starts tomorrow. Get ready for that. Get some Dollar Dogs tonight, and then
go to the fair and get some
corn dogs tomorrow.
But they're not going to be $1, folks, at the fair. I'm sure.
You don't know.
I'm not.
Just ask for $1 worth of corn dog. I'd like
This
$1
much
worth of corn dog, please. Just slice it off when you get to that part.
Thank you. That would be funny. Wouldn't it be fun?
I think they should do that.
But it doesn't mean baseball's done in the Smoky Mountains.
Right.
Because the Wooden Bat Baseball League starts, the fall season starts coming up in September.
As opposed to their arch rival Aluminum Bat League?
Yes.
This is the Wooden Bat
Yes.
League, the Wooden Bat Fall Ball League.
It's the only thing you can use in the Wooden Bat Fall League. They don't allow any other types of bats during that part.
No other bats. Just
it is wooden bat only. But have you ever heard the crack of the wooden bat?
Yeah, it sounds good.
It is crack
Right.
versus ding.
Well, I've heard
you
that
get
one
the
too.
ting, you hear that. But I like the wooden bat sound better. But this is for 10th to 12th graders. They come out and they play games at the Smoky Stadium, which is a lot of fun. And that starts and begins September 22nd this year.
So it's kind of off cycle from the regular baseball season, which is more spring in school. So it's a great way, because when you're that into baseball, you want to play year round. So here's a way to do it.
This is the way to do it, and the kids learn more about baseball. Because a lot of the youth, they want to grow up to play pro ball.
Sure.
I mean, how much fun would it be?
Who wouldn't want $1 million? Yeah.
That'd be who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
I think of how much the Smoky Stadium, the Tennessee Smokies, do for kids in the area, because they allow the kids to run the field, they allow them to throw balls on the field.
I mean, look what they did for us. They painted the back wall for us. I mean, we wouldn't have had that if they hadn't brought that over.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And one of my friends, his little boy, for his birthday, they had him come out and throw the first pitch.
See, that's great.
Stuff like that changes kids' lives. You
Yeah.
know? I remember
being
little and having somebody of higher stature say something nice to you, just to say hello. You're like, I'm
meet a big league ball player.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I just think it'd be a lot of fun.
All right, so that's pretty cool stuff.
And speaking of which,
we've got to say it.
This is the week.
It's time.
Tennessee football, starting Saturday.
Because you thought you could escape it. No. Every media outlet has to, I think we're required at some point to say that we're counting down to Tennessee football.
The day is left
until
football time in Tennessee. What does that guy says? It's football time in Tennessee.
Oh, the late great Bobby Denton.
Gotta love that guy.
Yeah, I think Jeff Jarnigan's doing that now.
I
assume he's saying
he does a
football
good
time
job.
in Tennessee.
He
He's
does a
got
good
to.
job.
Yeah.
He does a great job.
What's the game? Saturday?
This Saturday, we got the Georgia State Panthers that are playing against the Tennessee Vols. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you haven't scheduled that yet, I mean, it is Monday, so you've got a few more days to try to find tickets.
But this is not an SEC game, so you still have the opportunity, to probably find some tickets, because it's on ESPNU.
Yeah.
It's a 3:30 in the afternoon game. It's Labor Day weekend. So there's a lot of possibilities that someone might not be able to use the tickets, might be reselling them at a fair price.
Yeah, you might get lucky, but I mean...
Like if you're a Georgia State Panther fan, don't miss out on the opportunity to come see them play in this massive stadium.
Because that stadium seats 102,455 people.
Yeah.
And I bet all of them, but maybe two, will be full.
two empty seats. Well, buy those 2 empty seats and fill up the stadium.
You can buy those tickets online or find them while you go down to the stadium, because you're right. There'll be people there say, I can't go today, here, I'll send my tickets. So it's a good thing.
That always happens.
But so remember that, folks, when you're planning your week this week here in the Smoky Mountains, Tennessee. The Tennessee Smokies game tonight is the second to the last. Tomorrow night's the last, and then the Vols start this Saturday.
Even if you're just planning traffic through East Tennessee, that impacts traffic on every road during game, the hours leading up to game time on Saturday and after the game on Saturday evening. So
that is right.
There you go. All right. You are looking at sports, and I'm sorry about your newspaper. Is it still salvageable?
It's over there somewhere.
You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel.
Mountain Fun Life is your one-stop headquarters for Smokies baseball. The 2019 season is coming to a close, so don't miss a pitch and catch the Smokies at America's friendliest ballpark. Make your plans to join us, and you just might end up on Mountain Fun Life. It's Smokies baseball and Mountain Fun Life, keeping you entertained and aware all year long. Book your 9-inning vacation at SmokiesBaseball.com.
You're watching Morning in the Mountains on the Mountain Fun Life channel. Frank Murphy here with Robert Owenby, Jim Johnson, and Brad Lovett. Got to say a special thank you to all of our new viewers today who encountered us yesterday at the Knox Asian Festival and started watching today because, we met you yesterday. That's how it works. So thanks for liking our Facebook page and our YouTube channel and sharing our videos. We appreciate you. Anything else? It's Fair Eve, so we got to gear up for that.
Yes.
Everyone hydrate. And get some rest today, because we got the Sevier County Fair starting tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. We'll be back with more fun and excitement coming up tomorrow on the Mountain Fun Life channel. You're watching Morning in the Mountains.